Well, today we're going to talk about pocket door hardware, installing these things. These are really difficult to put in unless, you know, other than a Sawzall and handsaw, whatever, try to get these things in there. Anyway, we got these, which this one here is already out of the package. And there's two kinds. There's ones with a lock, bathroom lock, and the pass-through no lock. Also, we've got a ball catch. Now this is not for a pocket door. This is for like closet doors, laundry room doors, stuff like that. It's these little ball catches, and I like to use these big ones because they're a lot easier to adjust. You can put a little oil in them, and they're fairly easy to install if you've got the right jigs and stuff. On the pocket door hardware, this is what you're going to come up with. This is for 1 3/8 inch, and what you need to do is make one for 1 3/8 inch and 1 3/4 inch if you're hanging a lot of doors. If you're just doing 1 or 2 doors, you know, just do the size you need. You definitely need a piece of 3/4, either plywood or MDF or something. We're just going to get a pattern out of this piece of plywood. The first thing you need to get the distance, not from here, but from right here. You need to get this distance from here down to here. That would be your first cut, and then you set up to do these 2 side cuts, and these will fit 1 3/8 inch to 1 3/4 inch door. So you just need one. If you got both styles in your house, you know, you just need one particular. You just need to get the finish you like. And let's see. Okay, as far as the dimensions, this is what you need. I don't know if you do centimeters or inches. I'm an inch guy. So you need 2.5 and then 1 3/8. This is 1 and looks like 13/16. 2 1/4 high, 1 3/4 back. And you want to make sure you've got a square piece of plywood of some kind. Has to be 3/4 inch. The first cut we're getting is this one, here to here. Now these things here get the right width of the door, 1 3/8 inch. So these really are just blocks just screwed on to keep this thing, keep both of these perfectly in line, because you need that for sure. Anyway, okay, our first cut's going to be back here. Okay, you want to measure to the outside of the blade from here to the outside, not the inside. You'll be 1/8 inch too big. Okay, just get your first cut anywhere close as you can to the end of that, and don't cut it all the way through to the other cut. You want to stay back at 1/8 inch or 3/16, something like that. Okay, now you want to come 2 1/4. And here again, the blade's going to be cutting on the inside. You want the edge of the blade here. You don't want the edge of the blade over here 1/8 of an inch more. So you come from this edge. Okay, this is why you don't want to cut this thing all the way to the other cut, because if this thing gets loose in there and cocked sideways, it's going to kick it out of there. This way you just break it off and then either take you a handsaw. Okay, this overcut is not going to cause any kind of problem at all. Alright, let's see what we got with this one. It's so close it hurts. Okay, but then this is why you need 2 pieces exactly the same. Okay, then after you get that done, then you want to just cut some scrap and pre-drill some holes and get you a block or something and put in here so that you make sure this thing is perfectly aligned. See, this is what you want to keep both of these things straight, and then put your blocks in here and then take this out. And that way you know these things are exactly the same. Okay, now we mount this on the door, and then we're going to get a router, and then we'll start from there. Alright, we're ready to go. Now we need our router, and I'll show you the kind of bit that you need. Okay, got my router here. Now I've got a bit here. Let me get this thing down. Inch bit, and then you see it's got a bearing here down below the bit. So that's going to trace along the jig you've got made. Here is going to follow our inside jig. And what it's going to do, it's just going to trace along the... What it's going to do is just cut along the edge that you've already cut. You want to try to keep it as close to the flush of the edge of the door as you can. Alright, and then you've just got these 2 little screws in the back on both sides that you put a screw in there that holds everything together, and then everything works.